Good morning, LAP. It's Friday, August 27th for another LAP Chairman's Report for the week. I'm a day late. Had international in here for the arbitration. We got about 6 or 7 grievances that we were reviewing. I appreciate everybody coming up and giving their honest feedback on several grievances, and hopefully we can get those settled. If not, they'll go in front of arbitration, and then we'll set up arbitration here and get that done. This is just one more step in the new leadership that our international UAW, Ray Curry and Chuck Browning, are taking and redirecting people, and we're actually moving and getting things done. A couple of our grievances were 2016 and 17 that have been on the docket forever, so I appreciate them getting on the job, getting them down here so we can get these things closed and get moving on and making everything better for everybody. So the order bank for 2021 Escape, 36,810. 2021 Corsair, 6,438, for a grand total of 43,248. So order bank is still healthy. As long as our suppliers can keep up and get us parts, we should be good to go. I know there's a lot of rumors still running around out there on the floor. We're down next week, we're short this week, 1 shift, 2 shifts. We're doing everything we can to move stuff around to try to, if anything, have short days rather than have another layoff, so we can continue working, continue producing a great product for our customer, and get our lots back to full at all the dealerships. So we're still in a lot of talks and negotiations trying to get things worked out to where we don't have down weeks. That isn't to say that, you know, something's going to happen at one of the suppliers that we can't control that may affect us down the road. But every day we come in, we're going to run and plan on running 8 to 10 hours and keep this plant going. As you know, Friday last week the plants got surveyed to see if anybody wanted to go out to KTP and try to help them out on Friday night and do a double. The ones that went out there, well, we appreciate the help, and it just shows one more time that LAP is going above and beyond to try to help and do what we can to keep Ford Motor Company and the UAW profitable and get us where we need to be and do what we need to do, so when it comes time to get a product and that contract, we'll be ready. Also, another thing that we're doing, because you know, manpower at anywhere, at any other location outside of the Ford facility, whether it be a fast food restaurant, whether it be shipping, I just seen where UPS raised their minimum wage up to 20 bucks an hour. So we got an ODC, which is an outside distribution facility and center, that's needing help. So we're actually trying to send some of our forklifts over there for overtime purposes to help them load trucks to bring parts to us and to KTP. So another thing, just like when we sent people down to Atlanta to help that plant run, we keep continuing to go above and beyond to help and do what we need to do for our survival. So I want to thank everybody that volunteers, everybody that goes and takes that extra mile, everybody that comes in here to work and does a great job every day. Thank you. So I'll touch on COVID right now. We're still got an increase in COVID going on, cases. So remember, you still have to follow the protocol. You must either log onto your phone or send LAP Labo 1 if you don't have a smartphone, an email letting them know that you failed the test, or go on your smartphone, fail the test. Then you must contact medical as your first call, letting them know what's going on with your symptoms, or you're around somebody that's positive. Make sure they get your information and you get their what's going to happen and how long you need to be out. Then you need to make sure you contact labor relations, either 357-6730 or the email, and that's the best way, and all good communication needs to go through laplabo1@ford.com. So you have a paper trail and it's timed, dated, stamped, all good. So remember, if you out on COVID and if you do not test positive, or Ford does not send you out, you will not get paid. So you'll need to open up an unemployment claim day 1. Don't wait till after the fact. Normally when we're laid off, Ford opens our claim on the Monday, and then we call in on Sunday. Well, Ford's not opening its claim, so you will have to open your own claim, and it will be a 2-week claim. Even if you come back to work in that second week, one will be no pay, one will be so much pay for whatever days that you did work during that second week. Because remember, it's a 10-day incubation period on the Ford guidelines. If you're just out because your brother, your sister, your kids, or something in your household, that's when you'll need to file an employment, because Ford will not pay you. The days get covered, but without pay. So make sure you understand what's going on. We've had a few people that say, hey, you know, the employee next to me, or they tested positive of COVID, they turned in my name. Well, yes, they turned in your name, because when they ask, have you been around anybody? Yeah, I've been around this one, this one, this one. Well, has it been 15 minutes or longer in one stretch and within 6 feet? 95% of them are saying, no, it wasn't longer than 15 minutes. Or no, we were, you know, a truck and a half apart. So even though they're turning in names, we're not getting the full picture or the full data. Just because your name's turned in doesn't mean that, yeah, they said you did spend 15 minutes together and it was within 6 feet. So there's a lot of misconception. Just because your name gets turned in, we need to get further details. If you feel those details are wrong, please go see Labor Relations, contact Labor Relations, and make sure they walk you through the process and say, and if you still feel unsafe, then that's up to you to go get tested on your own and fail the survey. But if Ford sends you out, that's when Ford will pick up the pay, up until the negative test or up until the quarantine, whatever they tell you. So make sure you're clear before you just stay out or go out. Just because an employee calls you on the phone and you say, oh no, I need to go get tested, that's not good enough. Labor Relations, Ford Motor Company need to send you out. Make sure you contact them, make sure you stay in contact with them. We've had 2 skilled trades meetings this morning that went very well. We got our third one set for 2:30 this afternoon upstairs in the Education Training Center. So if you have any skilled trades questions, and this is your meeting to express that. Remember Labor Day, we still have Labor Day tickets over there for Kentucky Kingdom and the Soak Park. They're $15 cash, and you can get those over at the Union Hall. We have about 100 left, so make sure you get over and get that. You need the ticket in order to get the buffet and into the park. If you have a season pass, you still need a ticket for the buffet, and it's still going to cost you $15. 5-day quit notices, as I've mentioned in several videos. You need to make sure your medical and everything is up to date. Your CARES Act, everything is up to date. I'll show you this. This is just a quick glimpse and glance of how many people are on a 5-day quit notice. There's 15 names on that list that we got. That's got an additional 5 days, which will be the 10-day notice to contact labor. There's something wrong with your paperwork. If you've been out for a while, or you haven't talked to Ford, or you haven't emailed Ford, your name's probably on that list and need to contact them. Need to contact medical, what they're showing. This means you've been carried for 5 days AWOL, and you need to contact somebody. Just sitting out not doing nothing, Ford's going to fire you. So you need to make sure your paperwork is up to date, your leave's up to date with what they're showing in the computer, whether it be medical, whether it be labor, whether it be Unicare's fault. You need to have communication. Most leaves are up until the next doctor's appointment, then from that doctor's appointment to the next doctor's appointment. Well, while you're waiting between that doctor's appointment and paperwork to get turned in, they're going to carry AWOL. So you have to stay up on your doctor's notes and your paperwork, please. Look, the community store that we have up in the cafeteria, we have a night shift person that stepped in and agreed to work the night shift. They're in there from 4 to 5 p.m. Lunchtime 10:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. Day shift hours are on 8 break, 10 o'clock break, and lunch break. Sometimes you can find them in there sporadic from that point forward. While I had international in here, we talked about the TFT and the Leapfrog issue. It's still an issue. They're still being talked about. There's no resolve yet. As I get more information, I'll pass that along. I would like to congratulate the next 18 that are getting converted. I appreciate you hanging in there with us in the UAW, and hopefully by the end of this contract everything will be good You have a full-time job making a great wage. So everybody will eventually be at the same wage towards the end of the contract. So we appreciate you for putting the 2 long years in to get where we are now and continue us with this fight. Discuss Gatorade. So we've had several things go on with Gatorade over the last week, which is a good sign. Pepsi regional manager and Coke regional offices both have contacted me, both have emailed me. I've gotten the local reps that do all the distribution locally. I've talked to them several times on the phone about where's this, what's a Gatorade, what's our status. So you're going to see some signs hanging up like this on the Gatorade machines. I was able to divert 7 skids over here to LLAP, which is 8,064 bottles that are going to, you should have seen them start being distributed yesterday. And we got some squincher in also. Seems like it's going to be okay inside and distributing inside the Pepsi machines, because of course you can't use a bottle that's soft because it'll crush down and won't dispense. Can't be a certain size, a certain length, or it won't fit in the machine. So right now we're doing a trial period. Looks like it's going to work, should be fine. So with the 8,000 bottles, we go through roughly 5,000 bottles a week. So in a week and a half, we'd be out of all Gatorade if we filled the machines and we disperse the same number we normally do. So what we're going to do is the top left button of most of the Gatorade machines, as they make their rounds, they're going to start putting Gatorade inside those machines in that one column. So once it's gone, then of course it'll be water. So this will kind of help us spread it out over a couple weeks when we do hit our heat stress moments, and we'll start putting Gatorade. We'll start going on top of the water. So as the water dispenses, we'll eventually get to Gatorade where we're back to full Gatorade. After talking to the regional office, they do not see any end in sight for at least 4 more months before they get caught up with the ingredient that takes to make the Gatorade, the Powerade, and all the packets. So we got a couple things that we're doing. 2021 Spencer County Oktoberfest is having a 5K, and it's actually going to help one of our members here, wives. Paul Hickerson's wife, Devonna Hickerson, she is suffering from ALS, and they're having a 5K walk at this event for her, and we're trying to get as many UAW members out there at the walk that they can, wearing your UAW stuff, supporting them, supporting him, and letting her know that she's not in the fight by herself. And as you know, with ALS, it affects your coordination. You get cramps, weak muscles, it's hard walking, it's just even hard holding your head up. Slurred speech, uncontrollable crying, laughing, breathing problems, hard to eat. So it's a disease that somebody as our age that's young and just now really starting your life, and Paul was able to retire, and he's going to be spending a lot of time having to take care of her, and this is the least we could do is show a little support for Devonna and Paul, letting him know that he is in our prayers and she's in our prayers, and that he's not forgotten about. So the UAW Local 862 will be attending an event at the 933 local union hall for their 80th anniversary. So it's going to be at 2320 South Tibbs, Tibbs, in Indianapolis, Indiana on Saturday, 12 to 6. They got their 80th anniversary, and we have a UAW wrestler that will be participating in this event to wrestle different of their local wrestlers. And at the end of this, you will get to see his promo. He's ready to go. He's ready to get up there, win the UAW title for the first year, and bring it back to UAW Local 862. So on behalf of myself, my bargaining committee and committee, I want to wish you a cool weekend, and God bless.
This is Dude Bennington, the baddest dude in all professional wrestling and the official hype man of my boys, ZDP. And hey, this Saturday in Indianapolis, Indiana, it's a celebration with UAW. ZDP's gonna be there. Tell what you're gonna do, Zach.
See, you can't have a UAW celebration without your brother from the local 862, ZDP. And no one knows how to celebrate better than me. So when I walk down Saturday, when I walk through that curtain, I want all my brothers and sisters. I want you to all stand on your feet and turn up.
Turn up with it.
Turn all the way up.
All the way.
Cause CDP's coming for that UAW championship. And I'm gonna bring it home.